Google is facing, 5 antitrust actions in the U.S. alone at this point. Lord knows I'm not even keeping track of what the company is facing around the world. Maybe I need to do one of those corkboards that you see in that Pepe Silvia meme from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, with a red string connecting all of the activity and me smoking in the foreground like a maniac. Well, this regulatory action all just happens to be coincident with a whole bunch of new startups arising in the search engine space to challenge Google's dominance. I'm talking about companies like Mojeek, U.com, and Neeva. A lot of these have been founded by former Googlers. Quoting the Financial Times, though their odds of success are long, each sees a different opportunity for a new approach to Google's familiar list of links and results, which has evolved only incrementally in recent years. They also hope that a string of recent antitrust cases against Google at both the state and federal levels may result in an opening up of the field. Quote, in many ways, it's surprising, given how large of an industry search is, that it hasn't been fundamentally rethought, said Richard Sacher, U.com's chief executive, who left Salesforce's artificial intelligence research team in July. Google's share of the global search market has held at more than 90% for most of the past decade. Today, it remains close to its all-time highs of more than 92%, according to StatCounter, which tracks web activity, followed by Bing on 2.9% and Yahoo at 1.5%. Nevertheless, long-standing Google competitors such as DuckDuckGo are making slow but steady gains. According to StatCounter, DuckDuckGo's market share has grown from 0.3% to 1.9% in North America in the past 5 years, end quote. A lot of these new startups are focusing on AI as a differentiator to source different, ideally, one would think better, search results. But that would be something that, if proved successful, Google could just easily incorporate into its own operations, right? No, the key, it would seem to me, would be to triangulate against the one thing Google can't give up. That's the classic disruption from below vector, right? If you really want to disrupt Google, just take a slice of their enormous pie. I mean, even a tiny slice could be worth billions a year. Who wouldn't be happy with that? Quoting again, Bill Cochran, a former Google executive and now Neeva investor at venture capital firm Sequoia, sees his former employer's reliance on ads as its greatest vulnerability. Quote, the biggest issue is you start to see more and more ads, and it is becoming more complex for the user to understand what is advertising and what is not, he said. Neeva, which has raised $37.5 million in funding, also combines results from a user's emails and other online information with what it hopes will be higher quality web results in specific niches, such as product search. We envision a search engine very differently, said Siddhar Ramaswamy, Google's former head of advertising and co-founder of Neeva. The two new ventures have emerged this year as Google faces a barrage of regulatory complaints, including 2 state-led antitrust lawsuits and a federal case in the U.S. about what critics such as Yelp allege is monopolistic behavior. Its would-be rivals hope that could create new opportunities, if only by distracting Google with legal cases or constraining its ability to launch new products. For us, antitrust, I think, will be helpful, said Mr. Sacher. It depends on how it is executed. But he added, I don't think antitrust is going to create happy users and customers. Ultimately, you have to create an amazing experience, end quote.